Hey everybody, the fly we're going to be tying tonight is a Royal Wulffe pattern. It's a great little dry fly tractor pattern that's got lots of color, and it's a really good attractor fly for the small streams of the southeast. And it's really one of those flies that if you had 10 best flies to put in your fly box to go around the world with, this is one that would be in it. So let's get started. We're going to be using a Timco size 14 100 dry fly hook, Polypro yarn for the wings, moose hair for the tail, peacock herl for the body, and some Danville red 4-strand rayon floss. I'm going to be using 2 strands. And then some dark brown uni thread size 8/0. Okay, let's get started. Okay, put some thread on the hook here. Okay. Now, the first thing I'm going to tie in is the wing, and the reason for that is we get that out of the way. That sometimes is the hardest part of the fly. Get this on, we can work with these other materials a little easier. So we've got a strand about like this stuff. We're going to tie it up on top of the wing, or on top of the hook, excuse me. Tie it down a couple of wraps. It needs to be a little further back. Now what we've got to remember is there's going to be hackle behind and in front of this wing. So we want to allow enough room both places. So I'm going to tie it in like, see what kind of room we got. Okay. Come forward just a little bit on that, I think. There we go. That'll work. Now I'm going to tie 2 or 3 wraps here. I'm going to move this over, and we're just going to X over. So what that's going to give us is something like this for the time being. It looks like an emerger wing. Okay, I'm going to do that a couple times here. Then we're going to post these wings up because we want them standing up. So what we're going to do, we're going to wet this down, and then we're going to come around the base of each one of these posts 3 or 4 times and just kind of get it gathered together like this. Okay, just like that. Okay, now we're going to. Okay, so we got that one. Wet this baby down. And we're going to go the same way with it. Same thing. Okay. Okay. Notice how I'm holding that. This material is slippery. See how it's just going to twist on you. So we're going to push it down like this. Come back around. I'm going to grab the top of it and hold it like that. Come up. Just like that, okay? Okay. Now, standing up, we're going to figure 8 them just a little bit. This is what we've got right now. Okay, you say that was way too long, and I would agree. We're going to fix that in just a second. I'm going to just come around. Now, let's go ahead and trim some of that off there. A little easier for us. Just do a rough trim to start off with here. Excuse my moving the camera around. Okay. Okay, just sashay around it. Okay, so that's just standing those wings up. Okay. 2 or 3 times is all you need here. We are just about there. There we go. Okay, now down like this. Come back across there, figure eight it again. Okay. There we go. Okay. Now, what you got? Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and trim that up a little bit, and we'll put a little cement in there. And we'll do the final trim after we get the hackle on. Okay. Now, to get that to sit the way we want it, what we're going to do is we're going to take some Sally Hansen's Hard as Nails. Just going to take a drop here. Just going to put it right down in there. Okay, and that'll stiffen it up for you and just make it a little easier as we go down the road on this fly here. Okay. Alright. There we go. Okay. And what we're going to do is we're going to come forward and back, and that'll help stand it up also. Just hold it just like this. Front and behind. Okay. Okay. There we go. Now, I'm going to come back to the back, tying our tail. We're going to go just a little bit forward to the bend of the hook. I'm going to take some mousse here. Now, we don't need much of this. Maybe 10 to 12 fibers, maybe a little more, right in that neighborhood. But I'm going to cut it out of the pelt. I'll come out with something like this. I'm going to strip the whole downy stuff out. There's not much in mousse here. We're going to take and we're going to put that in our hair stacker. And we're just going to stack this, get the tails, the tips even. Come out with something that looks about like that. Okay? And we're going to tie that in. We're going to make that about the length of the hook. Now remember, the length of the hook is from the barb to behind the eye. So it's a lot of times not as long as you think. So we're going to just tie this in on top of the hook. Checking our length. I think that's a little too long, so we're going to just hold it like this. Come forward just a little bit. Check it again. That's about right. Just shorten it just a tad. Okay. Very good. And that's what we want, right like that. Now, we're going to come forward, wrapping this up. We want this to end just behind that wing. Maybe just a little space in there for a hackle, but I'm going to take this about halfway up. We're just going to trim it, kind of guesstimating where it's going to end. And if you don't get it just right, it's no big deal, not the end of the world. And we're going to just tie this down, just like this. Trim this little fritter right here. Okay. Now we're going to come back to the back. Now the next thing we're going to tie in is our peacock curl. Now this body is going to be in 3 segments. You're going to have from here to here. Okay. And you're going to divide that into thirds in your mind's eye. 2/3 of that's going to be peacock herl, 1/3 is going to be floss. So what we're gonna do for the peacock herl, what'll happen when a trout hits this, the peacock herl is probably the weakest part of that, so we're gonna tie a little loop here to twist the herl in, so we'll have a little rope. And we're just gonna come down here, tie a little loop out like this towards the end. Now I'm coming forward and I'm gonna come back over it, just lock it in right here. Okay. So this is what we have, a little loop. All right, and what we're going to do is going to take 2 strands of peacock herl, and we're going to tie them in right here. Okay, just like this. Come back. Now that's a soft wrap right there. And what we're going to do is take this loop, and we're just going to loop, come around. Just hold with your hand, just loop it around 3, 4, 5 times. And what that's going to do is going to strengthen your fly. Okay. Now we're going to move our thread forward just a tad. Kind of wrap this around a couple times. Okay. And what I like to do is just wrap it on top of itself. Just makes it a little fatter. Okay, that looks good. Now, gonna tie that baby down. Alright, now you've got this just like this. Okay. What we're going to do is going to just leave that in place. The peacock herl, we're going to tie forward just a tad. Okay, just like that. And I'm going to leave this up towards the front. Okay. And we're going to come back to the back and tie in our floss. Okay. I've got 2 strands here. I'm going to tie it in just like this. Okay. I'm going to come forward. And we're going to wrap this around 2 or 3 times. And there again, you can wrap it on itself. It just fattens it up just a tad. Not going to hurt a thing in the world. Okay, that looks good. So I'm going to hold this, grab our thread, come over here, and tie it down. Okay. I'm just going to trim this little baby off. Take our herl and wrap around. We're going to come move our thread back just behind that wing. Okay. I'm going to wrap this thing once, twice. That's it for the peacock herl. I'm going to take this thread, tie this down. Okay. Now, got 1/3, 1/3, 1/3. All right. Next step's to tying our hackle. Now we're going to tie this. There's a dull side and a shiny side. The shiny side you want facing you. Okay. You're just going to tie this baby in just like this. Come forward the wing. Now I'm going to go ahead and put some thread down here ahead of them. Okay. Alright, I'm ready to get on down the road here. Now we're going to take this, wrap this hackle 2 or 3 times behind the wing post. 4, just depends upon how it goes. And you come forward. Okay, and don't grab your wing, just leave your wing pattern there. Okay. 3 or 4 times ahead of it. Come back. Okay. End up right here. I'm going to take our thread and just come over, grab that, tighten down a little bit, excuse the movement, okay, 2 or 3 wraps, come back, alright, now ready to take our whip finisher, finish this thing up. Okay, trim that up. Now, you can trim these wings, whichever. These are actually not too bad, pretty good. So, here we go. The wolf, the Royal Wulffe. Now, you can also tie that body with yellow floss or gray floss. The yellow floss actually works pretty well in the southeast. It's a good attractor pattern. So, enjoy.